first place, because we are not supposed to be the ones suffering after paying money to move into a particular facility. I think it is important that we ask these salient questions. Let me stop here for now. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Lady Susan, for your contribution. Lady Binaba, over to you.
Okay, thank you. I mean, the ladies have spoken, so, and they spoke well. You see, we have a lot of issues to address in this country, and we don't address it the right way. That is why some things will continue to happen. And at the end of the day, the ordinary man is the one who suffers the after effect of our misbehavior in most cases. What am I what am I even saying? There are houses that are built, and you can easily refer to them as unlawful encroachment on a rural reservation. And this boils down to be a land use violation that may require demolition. Just like one of the ladies said, that Abuja is a planned city. It's not one rural area where government keeps coming up with one new idea. Okay, we do this. Abuja was planned from ground up. So every corner of Abuja has what it is meant for, whether for habitation or for recreation or whatever. You see, when people want to demolish houses like this, they shouldn't only be dealing with the owner of the building. They should be fair enough. I'm talking about the agencies now, should be fair enough to keep coming with information and paste it on the building, so that even the residents of that building, the tenants, will have information. And then whatever happens thereafter, I mean, they should take responsibility. Because you see, like taking what happened in somewhere in Maryland, for example, that a particular place in Maryland was supposed to be a drainage channel, a big canal to evacuate water, excess water from that area. And because government has kept quiet, they've not done much about it, some persons started selling that parcel of land. And at the end of the day, government came back to build canals and all of that to construct, and then they had to demolish some buildings, and that became a problem, and that made the government look like it lacked human face. You see, we should, as people, be fair to ourselves, especially the staff of these various relevant agencies. You know that this structure will come down someday because it is an illegal structure. But because the owner had bribed you, let's call it what it is, you look the other way. And then innocent people will come and pay for the place to occupy. And eventually, government will definitely come one day, and then government comes, and then government begin to look like, you people don't have milk of kindness on our body at all. Nobody gets punished. As far as I'm concerned, anytime there's an illegal structure and government has come to demolish this illegal structure, every hand that made that structure to be erected must be punished. From the person who erected it, the owner of the structure, down to the government agents who approved that structure to be erected. They should be punished. Because, okay, for example, now, so you will say that as Susan lives in Abuja now, and peradventure she wants to relocate to another place for whatever reason, and she has seen a nice place she would love to, pay for, then she will have to go to the Ministry of where? Say land plan, say town planning, be where to go and find out, I want to rent a number 2, ESOWK Road. Please, is the house what kind of process and punishment is that? Nobody gets punished. You will see houses will collapse. Government will just come and seize it. But the agents who approved it, the people from various ministries who approved it, people who saw it that they were just what was being erected would pose a serious danger to the people, nobody said anything. Look at Lagos Island, for example. You will see an old bungalow. Suddenly, nobody will demolish it to the ground to erect a new structure from ground up. They will just start managing. They will add one floor. If nothing happens, they'll add another floor. And they go on like that. And before you know it, one they'll say, one house collapsed in Lagos. And people will just lose their lives needlessly. This is not right. The problem of this issue are mainly from the agencies and their members of staff. Those who will say, okay, yes, we have checked it, you can go ahead and build. And they know that this is wrong because somebody has given them something or because they know somebody who knows somebody. It is not right. You are putting the lives of Nigerians, you are pushing them into their lives into jeopardy. It is frustrating. Is it not enough that you have to look for money enough to pay for your rent? Now you have to suddenly start looking for where to keep your property. And then where to lay your head before you start looking for where to another apartment again. It is not right. There are some things that are very simple that shouldn't even happen to Nigerians that Nigerians will experience. It is bad. Where is the owner of that building? What was the conversation he had with the government agency? Did he know that where he built his house was an unlawful encroachment on a road reservation area? And who approved the building? Was it discussed with him? When did they tell him they were coming to demolish? Did he inform the tenants on time? All these questions, nobody cares. Nobody wants to ask them. Nobody wants to punish who has caused this agony for these people. Everything will just die down and nothing happens. And then somewhere they'll go to somewhere else again and repeat the same thing. And people will wail and cry and come to social media and it will end there and it goes on like that. This is not a jungle. We are a country with a very solid constitution. If our leaders and every hand on deck follows the constitution that we have as of now diligently, some things will not look like which kind of country be this. It is unfortunate. I mean, you don't want to know what it means to go through accommodation problem or to suddenly be thrown to the streets because of demolition. It is terrible. It is traumatic. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, ladies, for your submission. We are live on YouTube at WFM 917. And you can listen to us on the go via our website at www. And we were unable to share your opinion and thoughts on this topic, where Tony Tone said marriage shouldn't take away independence. Married women should be allowed to go on girls' trips. She argued that she goes out with her husband. Why did I say husband? She goes out with her husband, yes, but at the same time, she should be allowed to go out with her sisters or her friends without feeling guilty and without her husband going out with her. So, Lady Binabo, let's hear your thoughts on this.
Okay, yes. You see, that you are married does not mean that you should lose every other aspect of your life. Sometimes, let me tell us this, sometimes it is not even the man who would make you do that. You are the one doing it all by yourself. Because you feel that, okay, now you are so busy. Oh, I have to keep my home. Oh, I have to. And at the end of the day, you do not have another life outside of your Mrs. Lagbaja. Yes, you have to be responsible. Everything you are doing, you must carry. I mean, it is interrelationship. It is not something that, and whatever decision you are going to be taking as an individual, you should consider your husband or your wife. Will this be okay for the family? Because now you are married. So whatever decision you are looking at, you have to consider your spouse. But it shouldn't stop you from still, if you have good friends, like, was it Susan or who mentioned that? Somebody mentioned that sometimes maybe you met the man you married through that friend or through your friends. So you see, there is something about friendship. You see, life is not all about, just like the Bible says, man does not live by bread alone. Life is not all about, oh, I'm married, my husband, my children, my wife. Life is all encompassing, everything that will make your life smooth. There are times that you will need friends to give you some certain level of connection for your businesses. If you are looking for a job, maybe you just lost one job, you could get another one through your friends. What if you have cut them out of your life, you don't have anything to do with them again, and then suddenly you pop up, hey, so lagbaja kiniko kiniko. There wouldn't be much commitment there. It is all about relationship. Your husband, your family, your friends, everyone have a definition for each relationship. This is my husband. There are some things I cannot do without my husband. These are my friends. There are some things when I want to do, I want to involve my friends. This is my family. There are some things that my family should be part of when I want to do them. You don't just wake up one day and people that you have abandoned just go to them and say you have a need or you want to do something. It doesn't work like that. There is always a place for good people. We should always have a place for good people in our lives. I remember there was a time I listened to Oprah Winfrey some time ago. She was talking about relationships. She said at a point in her life, I don't know how many times she had been married for, but a particular marriage of hers that was dissolved. She said it was after the marriage, after the dissolution of the marriage, that she realized the mistake she had made. That she basically built or wove around her life around her husband and his own friends. She let go her own friends. She didn't have her own friends to her again. Everything about her life was woven around her husband. All the friends she had were friends of her husband. So when the marriage was dissolved, that was when she realized she was so empty and alone that she didn't have friends, her own friends. So from there, she said she would never make such a mistake again. I am not saying that when you are married, you should just live as if you are not married. No, but life is all about balance. All about balance. Every good person in your life has his or her relevance at every point in time. And if you are married to a friend, if you are married to your friend, if you are married to the real bone of your bone, he would not, he knows you. He had met your friends. He knows you don't keep the wrong people as friends. So if you have anything to do with your friends, it wouldn't stop you. No good man will stop you. And no good woman will prioritize her friends over her family. These are two different things. Everything should have its own space in your life. When you have your family, your husband, your children, they matter. You should give them time, quality time. But for you to live your life, hey. There are times you even need a phone call. Let me stop here. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much for your contribution, Lady Binaba. Over to you, Lady Buki.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, fantastic. Yeah, I told the line of Binabos, it's because you are firstly a human being
Mm-hmm.
and you subjected yourself, or don't let me use the word subjected, you signed up to be in the marriage institution. That does not mean that your human being nature has changed.
Hmm.
Your roles, your responsibilities have changed. I totally agree from the perception, or from the perspective rather, of at times you need that air of freshness as a human being first, to take some time off, chill with your friends, chill with your family, without even your husband, even without even your child, right? Because at times your body needs that space. But this is the balancing word for me.
Mm.
We should not now make it and flaunt it to the man that, hey, 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 I need it, I need it, I need it. Even when you yourself know that as per the family, it's not convenient. Your husband also needs you, your children also needs you. Many people have been able to structure it in such a way that, okay, maybe 1 week during the long holiday when the children, they've gone for holiday with their grandparents or with their cousins or something like that. And possibly maybe the man at that particular point in time also has a business trip, you know. They have 1 week. Okay, you know what? Me and my girls want to hang out,
Mm.
right? Provided the people you are hanging out with are not bad influences. That's the balancing point. But if there are good influences that, they challenge you, they make you, I mean, look inward to say, is there more that we can get from you? I mean, there are friends like that, you hang out, even if it's not a total uh, holiday that you are going off for 5 days. Maybe just one Saturday, you and your girls want to chill. You and your sisters, you want to chill. You just want to just have fun. It's good. It's therapeutic because hey, there's a whole lot you are carrying as a mother, as a wife, as a career person, as a business person. So you need such days to wind down. And another thing that I also have to mention now is that you also need some time to wind down with you and your husband. You have
Mm.
the children, and you also need time to wind down with your husband, with your children. So, ọgbọ́n ló gbà, planning ló gbà,
Mm.
organization ló gbà. We just have to be intentional. All these things that I've mentioned makes you healthy, makes your husband healthy, makes the children healthy, makes the family healthy. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Lady Bilky. Over to you, Lady Susan.
Okay, thank you, Nima. Like I said yesterday, I mean, I align my thoughts with the ladies. Um, who yesterday I did mention it. I spoke extensively. Who are your friends? So I also see that some people, once they are married, they tend to isolate themselves, start the married women gang, and all of that. My dear, I wish you well, but then again, it is what it is. I can't say more than what the ladies have said, added to what I said yesterday. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. We are live on YouTube at WFM 917, and you can listen to us on go via our website at www.wfm917.com. Okay, Lady Pinabo, let's have you.
Okay, thank you, Nima. In addition to what we have said, you see, there are some ladies, I've met one or two of them in, I mean, at some point over these years. They are married, but their lifestyle, the way they do their things and everything, still looked like they weren't married. When you are single, there's some things you can do. There's sometimes you go to a friend's place, and if it's maybe the gist is so interesting and you sleep over.
Yes.
When you are married, if for whatever reason you're going to sleep over and it was not planned, your husband should be aware and he should even give his consent.
Mm.
That shows responsibility, that shows partnership and team spirit. The same goes for the man. Because if you look at it, if you're going to, Yes, if you're going to look at data, I'm not looking at any particular well-structured data, but generally from what we have seen over the years, most cases, it is the man who would do such a thing in most cases. That was what I told my friend. I said, look, you are doing what most men, what they do, and we condemn.
Hmm.
It's an issue. The husband is my friend, and she is my friend, and that happened. And I told her clearly, I said, look, she said, Chebi, it's like if I should sleep over in your house. I said, you cannot sleep over in my house without your husband's consent. Because above and beyond your husband getting angry with you and maybe the thing could create a friction in your home, how does he even look at me?
Hmm.
Because the perception of my friend's husband towards me matters to me. I don't want to be a problem in my friend's home. And I wouldn't encourage my friend to, out of carelessness, to make me look like a bad person. So, as a lady, whatever you're going to do, you shouldn't stop your dreams, your aspirations, and all of that. But we need to always make sure that it doesn't mean your freedom is taken away from you, because you see, sometimes we get it wrong. But I tell you, most part of this problem usually come from the men. They are the ones that will not stop keeping the friends. Maybe before a man gets married, he used to, after work, he would hang out with his friend at a particular place, and they would both maybe have a bottle of drink or something. Now you are married. You have closed from work. Must you keep doing this every day? Go home and be with your family. In most cases, it is the men who do not properly adjust their social life to prioritize their family. And then maybe it will get to a point, the woman too will say, my husband does, well, me too, I cannot discard my friends like that too. And then it becomes a competition, and it is very unhealthy. So please, in every relationship, even in marriages, all that we are doing is teamwork. It's teamwork. A successful marriage is not one in which either partner loses themselves, but one in which both people, you grow together without losing who you are. You grow together. There are people, I know a couple, when each time they were going to, senior couple, when they are going to parties, Anko Limited, they were even, if you go to their area and you ask, I'm looking for this family, I don't know their address, and you describe them. By the time you talk to 3-4 people, they will direct you to their house. But do you know that behind all of that, the man kept another relationship somewhere that came to the open some years later, and that broke the woman to pieces,
Quack,
because she felt so she now realized that the man was simply trying to tag along, trying to put on appearances because of the way people were commenting and commending them, that, oh, this is beautiful, oh, this is encouraging, kiniko. Meanwhile, he was doing other things. So you see, bottom line, life is all about balance and fairness. Do
Yes.
unto the other person as you would have them do unto you. You want to keep your friends and keep messing around, then you want to let this woman be at home, and then she doesn't. Some men will drive your friends for you. I used to have a friend that if you go to her house, she will come to your own house, relax, enjoy, and by the time you go and find out her husband don't travel, if the husband is around, she would never ever, even to have some very interesting conversation over the phone with you. Hey, she'll be looking for a place to hide, as if she's planning evil for him. You understand? But
Yes.
this husband will bring home his friends, he will go out with his friends, do everything, and she couldn't do. And it's not as if I'm not a bad friend. I'm not a bad I was never a bad influence. I'll never be a bad influence. And so many other friends. And eventually, you know what? A day came if she's listening, let her hear. I won't mention her name. A day came, she realized he had impregnated somebody else.
Hmm.
And her whole life crumbled. Because which friend are you going to run to? I persisted because I understood her. I knew she wasn't trying to discard her friends. She just married a man who was domineering.
Hmm.
Her life crumbled emotionally. Financially, yes, she wasn't doing badly, but emotionally, So you see, let us just see, do whatever you want to be done to you, do to others. And good things though, because some people don't mind you doing bad things to them. So that they will say, "Oh, yeah, you can do it to me too." No. Please, let there be a balance. You are a team. You are friends. You are partners in raising a beautiful family. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Lady Bookie, Lady Susan, before we go, do you have anything to say?
No, I mean it's a word of caution. We've come from different points, so pick the one that that you want to pick. Just make sure that you live a good life and you are sensitive, to the needs of your spouse, right? You're not
Hmm?
selfish, right? And also consider the children because everything you do, the children are looking at it, and you are creating a model for them.
Hmm.
Everything you do, just be intentional. But at the end of the day, be happy, live a fulfilled life. Is the road going to be that easy? No, it's not, right? But at the end of the day, you will stand out. People will celebrate you because you've been able to balance things up. And where you need guidance, where you need wisdom, well, I mean, reach out to the people that yes, they can actually guide you, appropriately, so that you don't make mistakes. And of course, hey, some people might not like me. It's okay, but I've got to say it. This is where you need God in your institution, in the marriage. He's the one who created it. So when things happen, you go back to God. You stay close to God. Read His Word. What did He say? Everything is in the Word. And God will help us. Thank you.
Thank you, Lady Susan.
Agree with Mama Buki. Yes, you need God, and do not think that you are the Messiah. Sometimes we see the red flags. We see people who are not compatible with us. We see, and you are thinking, oh, when I get there, I'm going to change him. Until uncle, you will not change nada. Do what works for you. Yesterday, I did say it. Marriage has no template. Your spouse is not my spouse. You understand your spouse. You know why you chose that person. I know why I chose mine. So it's important that you also look at this dimension prayerfully and don't think you are going to change anybody because you will not be able. In fact, when you get in, I believe the person feels more at ease. It's like someone who has been chasing you, and you agree to date them. That person is more relaxed. All the buying, taking you out over and over reduces. So I believe that if you also get married, the person now, what did it me is now my own. You understand? So it's very important that you look out for somebody who aligns with your purpose in life. Whether you marry president, you marry commissioner, you marry mechanic, if that person is not alignment, you will struggle 10 times over. So it's important that we take note of all of these things. Thank you.
All right, thank you, ladies, for your contributions today. Catch us tomorrow by 9:05 for another edition of Herlens. From We Are to Men Radio WFM 91.7. It's a blessed morning. Have a good day. Thank you.